Greetings, this is Vane and welcome back to Let's Play Avernum. In the last episode, we cleared out the Neville Fort and rescued prisoners. And we've done it literally by storming through. Because apparently we didn't realise that there were secret tunnels literally right outside the gate that would undermine their security. Okay. Note to self: Nephilim do not know how to build forts. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're carrying on exploring, following this road. Okay. I mean, it's got to go somewhere, right? Says, beware, heavy sliff activity. Interesting. There's two roads. Which way do we want to go? Well, let's have a look, see if this gives us any indication. The writing is all sliff pictographs. You can't understand any of it. Okay. Well, I want to head up, see where that goes. This group of Avernum soldiers has been charged with keeping this road free and clear of rampaging sliff patrols. They haven't been doing very well at it, and they're clearly completely exhausted. They nod to you and trudge onwards. Okay, poison fungus, sliff mage, and 5 sliff. Okay. Yeah. Mycroft can't cast spells right now. What? No, that was pre-spells. That's why. We are going to get battered. But that's okay. Kill them all. Do you mind? Yeah, that went well. That went really well, didn't it? Note to self, go other way. Okay then. Okay. Now we do better. 66% chance. Really? Doesn't look like a 66% chance. It certainly doesn't feel like a 66% chance. Feels... Really? You did that on purpose. It's getting annoying now. How many them? You can't hit on 66. Really? Is there some sort of percentage chance to miss or something with this? Is it some sort of cursed cavewood bow? Because so far I think I've hit once out of like 20 shots or something stupid. And it's getting on my nerves. So, E. Yeah, I can turn up to 500. That's worth noting. finally. It's these robes and spears, okay. Okay. That was a bit naughty. That's all I'm going to say about that. So, GERT inducing. Rage. From this peninsula you see a small island to the south. Though it's hard to tell through the thick layer of mist on the water, you think you can see humanoid figures moving back and forth on it. Yes. It's that island down there that's covered in poison. And you're thinking, well, I bet you know what you're thinking. Bet you're all thinking, why don't I get a boat? Aside from the very obvious, I do not want to get a boat at this point. It's, well, the roads are good enough. In all honesty. A bit of rage in that combat. I mean, that combat should not have been that tough, but if they all kind of pile on one and there's nothing you can do about it, you are going to be reloading. It's that simple. So watch out for that. Sliff spear. Okay, what services can I buy? You know what? I am giving up that booze. Just want a room. Thank you. Just want a room. It's time to get back on the road. The best we can. Where's this going? B. Fort Dranlon. Fort Dranlon, 23 miles north. That's where we're going. Fort Dranlon. And that is where the road ends. So, now we're supposed to get a boat from Fort Dranlon and just keep heading west. I will, but not at this time. Ooh, okay. This fort doesn't have a normal gate made of iron and stone. Instead, the passages are all blocked in by a series of magical barriers. Similar barriers have also been erected to repair holes in the walls. There must be a strong magician present here. Without the magical barriers shoring up their defences, the warriors here would be in a difficult situation. The slift bodies at the fort perimeter make it clear who the enemy is. As you look around, a soldier peeks out through a window. Greetings, visitor. Please say your name and business. Here. Going to tell him our names. He nods and writes the information down. Then, a few moments later, a gap opens in the barrier. He says, "Come on in. We can't be too careful, way things are nowadays." So, certainly interesting. Who are you? Talking to Shannon. Or Shannon. A heavy-set woman with blue robes and a staff watches the river carefully. She has a serious expression and short brown hair. Why are you watching the river? Shh, watching for sliffs. Be very quiet. The sliffs can attack this way? Yes, they are quite versatile and they can stay underwater for a long time. The sliffs approach underwater. We have to keep the dock here to get supplies by boat. Usually I only hear the littlest noise before they come up. Shh. Okay, I'll keep quiet. Really, really quiet. Don't worry about us. I said quiet. Go away. Conversation ends. Huh. So you probably don't want us nagging. Yeah. So this is Fort Dranlon. For what it's worth. I can imagine some of these might make for some interesting tactical combats. I imagine. Well, that's a hole in the wall if ever I've seen one. That's Maren. Fort Mage. Okay. So we get an impression for the sort of layout this is going to be. This fort isn't too bad actually. Thank you, Nidos. Look I. Look F. Look A. Look C. No. Look I. Look B. No. I mean, there's lots of spears out there. Might want to go and get them at some point. If I can. And Vox. It's an ash bow. Yeah, we've already got an ash bow. Thanks, so. So this is pretty much the other end of the cavern. That it's not quite the big cave, but it's close enough. I mean, I have seen a complete map of Avernum, of all the areas put together, and it's quite impressive, I can tell you. Talking to Captain Rosie. Well, that's a girly name for... This man wears a heavy steel breastplate. The craftsmanship is remarkable, and the style is fairly modern. It must have recently been brought down for the surface. He wears the insignia of a commander. Wow, nice armour. Thank you. It was my armour when I was an Empire soldier. You were an Empire soldier. Doesn't that make you my enemy? No longer, you see. I was one of the soldiers at the portal where prisoners were thrown into Avernum. Then, as the years went on, I started to sympathise with those exiled here. At last, I felt I could serve the Empire no longer. I threw myself through the portal. Now I am one of you. It is uncomfortable, but to me, honour is the important thing. Ooh. I admire your resolve. That was an honourable deed. If only the cliffs outside our gates were as admirable. He chuckled sadly. Excuse me, are you in charge of this fort? Yes, I'm in command here. This unfortunate fortress is the front against the Sliff menace, the first line of defence. What fort is this? This is Fort Dranlon. It is worn and cracked, but still standing steady. What are the Sliffs like? The Sliffs are okay. They're nasty warriors, powerful mages. They batter the walls with fireballs, trying to knock them down. Fortunately, we have a mage to repair them. He grunts. If only we knew what they were planning. Who is the mage who protects your walls? Maren. She fills the holes with magic barriers. If it weren't for her, this fort would have fallen long ago. I could try to figure out what the Sliffs are planning. Really? Looks you over. Well, I have my doubts, but you're welcome to try. The Sliffs have a fort on the island due south of here, and a lot of their operations start from there. If you could find some of their plans there, bring them to me. Okay, so due south, island on the fort. That's probably the one off the peninsula. Yeah. See what? That's all I wanted to know. Thank you, Commander. Talking to Maren. You see a short woman with long curly brown hair and a tired smile. She wears the traditional robes of a magician, and her fatigue has left her even paler than the Avernum norm. What's your job at this fort? Oh, I don't know. Working with the army, I suppose. Getting to see lots of Sliffs really close up. How do you help the army? I lend them a fireball here, a hay spell there. At least that's what I do some of the time. Most of the time I put up magic barriers. Why do you need to put up barriers? Yeah, you see, the Sliffs have a lot of mages. They've been hitting the wall with spells trying to knock them down. I fill the holes with barriers. Then, when need be, I dispel them. Dispelling barriers? That sounds great. Can you teach me how to dispel barriers? She looks uncomfortable. That is not something I am supposed to teach. Very private mage information. Of course, we might work something out. There's a Sliff town past the swamp to the northwest with several Sliff mages inside. I believe they might have a tome inside, which could help us learn more about the magic of our foe. Bring it to me, and I will bend the walls and teach you how to dispel barriers. Okay. Why is it so hard to learn how to cast Dispel Barrier? Simple. A mage teaching someone how to dispel barriers is like a homeowner giving someone the key to his house. We can no longer cast barriers to defend ourselves. Okay. You're a magician. Can you teach me any magic? Sorry, I'm far, far too busy for that. What do you think about the Sliffs? Cruel, strong, and I have really admirable mages. You know, I've heard a prisoner talk about an amazing tome they own. Tell me about the Sliff tome. Yeah, a Sliff prisoner saw up and down to me that their mages have this powerful tome in their fort nearby, in the swamp. If we had it, we could learn a lot about our enemy. Good day to you. A scroll of Dispel Barrier in case we need to, dispel barriers. We are going to need to dispel barriers at some point, I'd imagine. Yeah, we're never gonna... Well, we might do. Okay then. F. I mean, this room is yeah, it's pretty much all barrier at this point. That's quite hilarious. So, K, no. M, no. N, no. F, no. Mm-hmm. There are several comfortable unused beds in this room. You could probably get a few hours of uninterrupted rest here if you wanted. Yeah, but at least we know where to go. No. Did the shopkeeper just wander out of his shop? Talking to Silo. An amazingly heavy-built man clad in iron armour shuffles crates around behind the counter. What do you sell here? I'm the outfitter here. I keep the soldiers in armour and stuff. I also have supplies for travellers who have the bad luck of being near here. What kind of supplies? Well, you can buy food from me. I have plenty of spare rations. I have some missiles if you need more. I can identify mysterious items. His voice gets quieter. I also have some tools. Yeah, thieves' tools. Lockpicks. You can identify things? How? Years and years of practice and study. A good quartermaster knows magic when he sees it. And I'll tell you what your odd items are for only 20 gold each. Okay. Any work for adventurers here? Go talk to Captain Rosie. He's the one who can help you there. Like to buy some of your goods. So yeah, lockpicks, iron boats, healing herbs, healing potion, some odd stuff, basically. Odd stuff. So we have C. Picks yoink. B. D. So iron bolts. 36 iron bolts. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me right now? Hello? Those iron arrows? No. Arr. Okay, we'll be back for those iron bolts then. G, no. F, no. E, no. Oh no, okay. Man, I can't believe I can't take the 36 iron bolts. Mind you. I'm not sure Melissa is actually any good with a crossbow. Who are you? Talking to Todrick. A young man in heavy armour greets you. He wears a baldric with an Unk design on the chest over his armour. He has a fresh scar on his forehead. What services can you perform? I provide healing for the soldiers of the fort and travellers. I also occasionally help in the fighting. He touches the scar gingerly. Did you get that scar fighting? I'm afraid so. I'm not too good at it. Not too long ago, a sliff swung one of those nasty two-pronged spears at me, and I didn't duck quite fast enough. Tell the truth, I'd rather be in a nice quiet chapel somewhere, or travelling. Have you done much travelling? Not enough. I love to travel. I've even been to the north. There's a huge cave up there. It's dangerous to go to because of the spiders, but the sights are wonderful. My goal is to see the Crystal Cave. What's so special about the Crystal Cave? I've only heard of it. Around here there's supposed to be this really hard to find cave just filled with these humming quartz crystals. I've heard it's damaged and not what it once was, but it's still a sight to see. Yeah, we found that one. What sort of spiders were you avoiding? Not the dumb poisonous ones. Intelligent nasty ones with magic powers. Aranea they're called. There's this spire near the swamp in the cave to the north, and they live all around it. Scary things, avoid them if you can. Okay. Can you teach us any spells? Afraid not. I'm a good caster, but a terrible teacher. Can you heal me? We don't need healing. Okay. Healing herbs. I'm sorry, there was what now? Nope, I certainly don't recall any sort of healing herbs here. Do you? No, so must be mistaken. It's easily done. So that's Fort Dranlin. It's not a convenient place as such. We can use it to explore the last corner of the cave before we head south. And it's like, oh yeah, you could get a boat here, you could do this, you could do that. I don't want a boat yet. Let's rest for a few hours. Okay, so I'm going to save it for Dranlin. This has been Vane doing Let's Play Avernum. If you like what you see in here, be sure to like, subscribe, share and comment. Please consider sponsoring me on Patreon. And until next time, goodbye.